Hey there, today I'm going to show you how to draw sadness from inside out. So I'm going to start with her eye. So let's start with the top of her lid and draw a curve going from the inside to the out. From here I'm just going to step in a little bit and draw a curve going down to the bottom of her eye and then back up. So you can see that I've done a little overlap here. And let's draw her pupil. So starting at the top, I'm going to round out and draw the bottom of the pupil and back up again, tucking that underneath the eyelid. Let's go in here and just draw a smaller circle, the center of her pupil, and I'm going to go ahead and color all that in black. Okay, now that I have that in place, now it helps me to draw in her glasses. So I'm going to draw an oval, but I'm not going to draw it straight this way. I'm going to actually tilt it slightly. So starting at the top, I'm going to slowly make my way around that eye, then back up. I'm going to go back to the top here, continue to the side, and just carefully connect that part there. Now, the bridge of her glass is going to be right about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave a gap here and just draw the outer part of that glass. So I'm going to draw a point and draw just around that glass and just carefully make sure that it's even all the way around. So I'm going to go to the bottom, leaving a gap here, draw a point, and come down, and then I'm going to make my way up and connect to that side there. Okay. Now that I have that, I'm going to draw a bridge. So I'm just going to draw a curve, top and bottom, just connecting that opening gap. From here, I'm going to start by drawing the outer part of this glass. Now this is going to be an oval too, but it's going to be condensed. It's going to be shrunken this way. So starting here, I'm going to go up and around, making sure that it's roughly the same height on top and bottom. I'm going to come around the bottom and then just connect that inner part of that bridge. Now let's thicken this up too. So I'm going to do the same thickness that I did here. So just working my way on the inside part of that glass. Going slowly. And down. Okay, so we got that. Now let's draw the top of her eyelid. So here I have hers on the right. I'm going to start right here on the left side. Just drawing a curve like so. And again, doing a little overlap and drawing the bottom part of her eye, making sure it's roughly the same size on the right side. And I'll draw her pupil. So just drawing the inner part, just tucked in. And then I'm going to just outline the inside and color that in black. Okay, now that I have that, let's draw in her head. So she's got a part that goes right about here. Her head's quite round, so I'll put a point right above this glass, just like that. I'm going to come down and curve in the opposite direction and tuck that in behind that glass. Now I'm going to leave a gap and continue here and just round out the outer part of her head. It's going to work all the way back to about here. So I'm just going to draw the bottom part of her face and just stop right about there. For her nose, all I'm going to do is draw a little bump. So going up, touching that glass, and then just curving and rounding out the bottom. It's almost like a C shape. And then her mouth, I'm just going to draw a little curve that goes down like that. A little sad mouth. Let's draw the other side of her hair. So from here, I'm going to go around this glass just across the face like that. From here, I'm just going to work my way up, so it's like a tapered line. And then come down, and go back up. I'll do it one more time, and then go back up. And then right here, I'm just probably going to kick the hair out in the opposite direction. Go in and just close this head off there. Let's draw in her eyebrows. So her eyebrows are sad eyebrows, so starting at the top here, going behind the glass, and then curving in the opposite direction around that eye. Here, I'm just going to draw a straight line up, and I'm going to taper this eyebrow so it gets thinner as I go down towards her eye. Let's draw this side here. So here I'm going to draw a line that goes down, and then this is just going to curve above her eye like that. And again, we're going to just taper that in to a point at the outside. Okay, so from here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a curve. So her hair is going to come down like this and on the outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a line that goes out to the top of her head. So right about here, I'm going to go around and then just kick out the back of her hair like this. So you can imagine sort of like a circle here. So here it's going to start to break down. So it comes around on the curve and it just kind of swings out in the opposite direction. So I'll start up here, go out, and I'm just going to kick it out in the opposite direction. From here I'm just going to curve up, and I'll do a little overlap and curve down, curve up, do an overlap, curve down, go up, and then right about here I'm just going to do an overlap and tuck that in behind that head. And from here, if you want, you can do a little bit of detail, so drawing some hair. So I can just go to this part here Just draw a line, a couple lines like so. Here I just go in the opposite direction down that way. Okay, let's draw her turtleneck. So she's got quite a thick turtleneck, so right about here, I'm just going to draw a curve in an angle this way, and back here I'll draw a curve. I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve that goes along the bottom of her turtleneck, and along this way, all I'm going to do is draw lines, evenly spaced lines that sort of curve around her head. So now you see I'm curving this way, and as I get around here, they straighten out, and as I get up here, they start to curve this way. Okay, so from here, I'm going to draw her arm. So the arm in the foreground, so I'll start with the inside, curving in like that. From here, I'm going to curve the bottom of the cuff, and from here, I'm just going to curve up. From this point, I'm just going to curve 2 lines down, so sort of in the opposite direction. I'm rounding out the bottom, and then here, I'm just going to draw evenly spaced out lines all the way across. Let's draw our hands. So here, I'm going to just kind of come in a little bit, draw a curve, and I'm going to overlap this 3 times for 3 fingers. And then at the end, I'm just curling that around up here, and then I'm just going to round it out for the back of her palm. Okay, so from here, let's go up to the front of her chest. So halfway down her turtleneck, I'm just going to draw a curve that goes down to her belly. And on the back, I'm going to curve in the opposite direction to roughly about here. I want the bottom of her shirt or her sweater to come right by her hand. So I'm going to connect these 2 points with a curve. This is going to go behind the hand and then continue on. I'm going to move up a little bit and just do that same contour just above that line. And then going in and again drawing evenly spaced out lines all the way across. Just like so. Okay, let's draw this hand here. So I'm going to have her waving. So start at the top with a curve that goes out. I'm curving the cuff and then tucking that in behind the body. And again, doing some separation lines across. From here, from this corner, I'm just going to draw her thumb. So a little bump like that. And then now going out this way, I'll draw 1 finger, 2, 3, and 4, and just tucking that in behind that cuff. And finally the legs. So right about here in the middle of her body, I'm going to draw the front of her leg, round it off at the bottom, and then here I'm just going to tuck this in behind that hand and up under that shirt. I'm going to come in a little bit on this side and do the same thing. So coming down, and I want this leg to be a little bit shorter than this line, and tuck that in behind. For the foot, all I need to do is come in a little bit on the left, round out the toe, go straight across, and go up and tuck that underneath the pant leg. Same thing here. So rounding out the toe and going behind that foot, and just drawing a line there to tuck in behind that leg. And right here at the toe, I'm just going to curve the toe out and then just follow that line along the sole of her shoe. And here as well, looks like a little slipper. It goes in like that. And I think that's it. There we have it. There's Sadness from Inside Out. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like, share this with your friends, and make sure you're subscribed. And we'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.